a better chance.
No. Well, yes, but no.
Well, they might.
They have just a little more longer of a survival against the Covenant than everything in fucking
Okay, so we went two
Warhammer.
different extremes. Well, at least me and him did. Um, they're not surviving the flood.
Okay, the flood, no. The flood, no. Everything else,
I didn't
they
say
are
anything
going
about the flood. Yeah, well, yeah, I was just pointing into Covenant first, and then was gonna do the flood later.
yeah, with the Covenant, they are going to employ that overwhelm, just drop bodies on the flood. Or not on the flood, on the Covenant. They are going to be like, oh, we're not doing good, just glass it. They're going to use the Covenant's glassing tactics against the Covenant.
Well, I no, because I'm. So remember my arguments about how I was sitting there asking if the Tyranid can like do outside space battle, like if they've ever gotten onto the barges or anything like that. The Covenant can. They can take their spaceship, giant orbital spaceship, aim the cannon at the Helldiver's spaceship. There's no needing to liquidize a planet if you could just liquidize the entire asset that's there.
You know, but that's also saying, like, unfortunately, Helldivers does not give us that spacefaring viewpoint. Can their ships actually do it?
I would say no. From the visual,
They
like,
can't.
yeah, from the visual structural, like, you can see how the ships quote unquote work. All of the orbital shits are underneath the carriage. So without them being like doing some adverse fucking yeah, off camera angles, unless we're trying to flip the thing upside down, which gravity seems to be an implemented thing where orientation, I'd assume that's more gravitational pull. You are orbiting in a planet. I'm not a scientist. I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson. Correct me, dude. Somebody.
I worry less about like about that and more about
We need you.
SYE equals MC to the parentheses OMG divided by WTF squared.
like I would more
Okay, Boomer.
question how like that sudden shift would affect the ship and not even like the people in it, but like
Like
that
just
idea
fucking yank it
that
down.
idea of the hydraulics or whatever, like does it affect the ship to be inverted? Like I would think it wouldn't matter as much not around a planet where you're not near something else's gravity. Like I think it's even been kind of touched on, not in Star Trek, but like by the creators of like the only reason the ship is orientated up, quote unquote, is because that's the way we see it. Like what is up and down in space? How would we actually know without gravity or anything else? What is to say it's up or down? But like next to a planet, I feel like that'd be a whole other ball game.
Possibly. So,
Like that has to do with like
Don't
power
think about it.
stresses and stuff.
It didn't even
because
describe
that's,
in Helldivers. Are they even facing the automatons in space? Since how you seen the automatons? They have drop ships in that. Are they not gonna fight them in space as well?
So
see, like, that is the thing that Helldivers isn't actually touching on.
yeah, I was gonna
Because
say.
in Helldivers, you're only going planet to planet to planet. But you do see that these other factions are moving planet to planet as well and pushing through. So that's leaving it up to much debate whether or not there is actually space battles going on as well. Is it just that we are only seeing the orbital drop ships that are sending things in and not seeing the rest of the space fleet that, we're cannon fodder, so drop us in there and let us go for liberty. So we don't actually have a good understanding of whether or not the Helldivers' space fighting capabilities.
So again, I'm gonna go back to just in-game visual orientation because your bay area, your loading bay area of the shuttle, actually has quite a massive window. Um,
Yeah, you can have fun looking
which
through the three big window panels from the control center.
if I remember correctly, somewhere in real life scientific terms, having windows like that on spaceships is actually not like viable. The window could not sustain such pressure and crack out and would fucking. But it is a massive window, and you can look out at the entire landscape, planetscape, and you can see other orbital ships and everything like that. On the automaton planets, the only thing you see are your familiar ships. So I don't think that even the automatons have mass travel capabilities. I, again, haven't seen the Illuminated bit yet, so that's new. That could, again, reintroduce this whole argument. But I don't think spacefaring war is just a thing. I think it is just planetary travel and do your business.
Yeah. I just dropped something.
My jaw, you sexy bastard. But no, it is like it might not be a confirmed thing, but I'm almost certain that the Covenant have spatial battle capabilities.
Yes, Halo Reach has proven that. There are missions. There's a mission in Halo Reach. There's a mission in Halo 4 that you are flying around and doing space battle.
Yeah, it is true. That is true.
So, Helldivers versus Covenant, they're not touching the planet. There's no need for a planetary fight if you can stop it before it even starts, and I don't see any militant form, period. Like, why waste the militant force, power, resources, da 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 da, if I can look at the ship, see that their guns are bottom down orientated, and be like, okay, well, they can't stop me from doing this, and bye.
I mean, that is a fair assessment on that one. So yeah, with in-game knowledge and no external sources saying that the Helldivers do any space fair fighting. Okay, yeah, I'll see to that one. I'll concede on that one.
And then, going back to the only ones that I actually thought about, I didn't put any thought into the Helldivers 40k one or most of Halo either. Specifically the Flood. Do they or do they not have the capability of taking over the body and using that body's material right then and there? He can pick up the gun. He might not be accurate with it, but he's got control of that nervous system, and that gun is fucking. Brrrr.
Yep.
Happens all the time.
It happens in all Halos. Well, all three, the first three Halos. So yeah.
So, unfortunately, that first Helldiver squad to touch down and make contact with the Flood, one of them gets taken over as he's typing in a stratagem and he has it charged, and now all that thing has got to do is drop an orbital nuke, and it's just in his hand. It's charged and ready to go.
And the Flood's hive mind capability is able to learn and use systems. Now, I don't believe there is a recorded case of the Flood taking over a Spartan's Mjolnir armor, but they have taken over Covenant, they have taken over, Elites, the Brutes, the Grunts. They have taken over and using their firearms. They know how they work.
Yeah, see, that's
So,
And they can't even mess with the USMC weaponry not from the basic soldiers that are holding it.
That's kind of like.
So, sucks to be a helldiver.
At that point, Helldivers versus the Flood specifically, I don't remember. They have to have some type of extraterrestrial traveling capability in one regard or another. The Flood do. But it would be more of a matter of, are the Helldivers smart enough to understand there's no shot in a physical chance? This would be, we need to glass the planet and hope we don't get overtaken ourselves. It would not be sending the Helldiver units, but enough stratagem force, enough orbital force to all but decimate that planet. And sadly, the Helldivers do not present that kind of absolute wipeout plan. They are very much quick to go destroy their own settlements and whatnot and wipe everything off of the face of the planet, but they want to keep the planet. In terms of the Flood, I don't think that would be that. Like, it would have to be an absolute extinction of a planet.
They also start losing in their ships to the Flood as well.
And one of the things that is prevalently shown with Helldivers is you need a group of Helldivers on the ground to target those stratagems.
Yeah, so...
You know, because you hardly, I don't actually think you ever see those orbital ships just bombarding a planet unless one of the stratagems have been dropped.
Yeah, without some type of location, targeting beacon, basically.
You know, not saying that they couldn't do it, but in game, there's just no evidence to show that they do it.
And like...
So yeah, I think like realistically, as soon as the Flood get introduced, the Helldivers are just done. They're getting wiped.
It's immediate extra little nutrients.
So,
As the Flood wants to infect the whole universe and that. Which is why the Halo rings were invented and everything.
Space issues.
Excuse me.
That'd be so fucking frustrating.
So, I do believe we chalk this one up to the Helldivers aren't doing good.
They're just as otter
Angry
to
fuck.
both the Covenant and the Flood. So yeah, doesn't matter.
no.
Helldivers, your liberty is not doing very good.
So, I mean, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. Helldivers doing any better than we're giving them graces for? I got nothing. I don't think so. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with your friends, join the Discord channel where you can fucking suggest your own topics to us. We love you, people.
We'll happily take topic suggestions.
Bye-bye.